Another dream is within reach. A student opens up a book. An entrepreneur takes another look.
Every community has a story, historic buildings, family traditions, local heroes, important milestones. When we remember where we've been, we better understand where we're going. Tonight, our panel asks, how can communities celebrate local history while preparing for the future? Welcome to the Thunderdome. Good evening and welcome back to America Together Radio. Last episode, we explored respectful public dialogue. Tonight, we look at how communities can honor their heritage while embracing new opportunities.
So preserving history and encouraging innovation can happen at the same time.
Exactly. Communities are strongest when they remember their past, learn from it, and prepare thoughtfully for the future. Tonight, we'll discuss local history, community traditions, historic preservation, innovation, future generations, and practical ways to celebrate heritage while building tomorrow. President Pipeline, when a community wants to celebrate its history while preparing for the future, where should it begin? We'll hear your answer right after the break.
The tires roll beside the marshlands.
Welcome back. Tonight's question, how can communities celebrate local history while preparing for the future? President Pipeline will begin with you.
Thank you. Communities begin by listening to the stories that shaped them. Every town has people, places, and traditions worth remembering. When we understand our history, we make wiser decisions about the future.
So history becomes a guide.
Exactly. Honoring the past gives future generations a stronger foundation to build upon.
Sometimes the most valuable history lies in family stories and local memories.
Preserving those stories helps communities keep their identity.
Liberty Jack, your perspective.
Celebrate local heritage through museums, festivals, historic tours, and community storytelling. Invite young people to participate. History becomes meaningful when it is shared.
So participation keeps history alive.
Absolutely. Communities remember best when everyone has a chance to contribute.
A community that remembers its past can prepare more confidently for its future.
Traditions become stronger when they are shared across generations.
Learning where we came from often helps us decide where we are going.
A wonderful beginning for tonight's discussion. After the break, Lady Progress discusses innovation, education, and connecting history to tomorrow. Captain Constitution explores preserving historic places, honoring community traditions, and preparing future generations through shared heritage. Stay with us.
From autumn leaves on mountain hills to winter stars up high, the covered bridges span the rivers.
Welcome back. Tonight we're exploring how communities can celebrate local history while preparing for the future. So far we've discussed preserving stories, sharing traditions, and involving future generations. Now let's continue. Lady Progress, how can communities connect history with innovation?
Teach history in ways that inspire curiosity. Use museums, digital archives, oral histories, and community projects to help people understand how the past shapes the future. Communities become stronger when history encourages new ideas instead of remaining forgotten.
So history becomes a source of inspiration.
Exactly. Learning where we've been helps us imagine where we can go.
Captain Constitution, what role does historic preservation play?
Historic buildings, landmarks, and traditions remind communities of their shared journey. Preserving them demonstrates respect for those who came before while leaving meaningful landmarks for those yet to come.
So preservation serves future generations as well.
Very much so. Communities pass along more than buildings. They pass along identity.
President Pipeline, what stands out to you?
Communities thrive when they honor their roots while embracing thoughtful progress.
Shared history gives neighbors a common story.
Innovation grows from understanding.
Heritage provides a strong foundation.
Sometimes an old photograph tells a story no textbook ever could.
Local history often lives in ordinary families with extraordinary memories. Market Maverick off microphone, and somebody should probably label those boxes in the attic. After the break, Market Maverick discusses practical ways communities can celebrate local history. Professor Data explores research on community identity. And the People's Advocate shares everyday habits that help preserve local heritage while preparing for tomorrow. Stay with us.
I'm Jeremy Levan. Rural communities understand problems that national politics often ignores. Distance, roads, hospitals, water, agriculture, energy, broadband, schools, and local services are not abstract issues. They are daily realities. America Together 2028 wants those voices included.
It shines across the waters below. The farm still grows. The city's...
Welcome back. Tonight we've discussed preserving stories, honoring traditions, and preparing for tomorrow. Now let's ask an important question. How can communities make local history part of everyday life? Market Maverick, what practical steps help preserve local history?
Organize heritage festivals. Support local museums and historical societies. Record oral histories from longtime residents. Create walking tours and historical markers. History stays alive when people experience it together.
So participation keeps history meaningful.
Exactly. Communities remember best when history becomes part of everyday life.
Professor Data, what does research suggest about community identity?
Research often associates knowledge of local history with stronger community identity, civic pride, and greater participation in community life. Understanding a community's story can strengthen a shared sense of belonging.
So remembering the past helps strengthen the present.
Very much so. Shared history often inspires shared purpose.
People's Advocate, what practical advice would you offer listeners?
Talk with older family members. Visit local museums. Attend community history events. Save photographs and stories for future generations. Every family helps preserve the larger community story.
Quick thoughts.
Communities grow stronger when they remember together.
Every hometown has stories worth sharing.
History inspires tomorrow's ideas.
Preservation honors both past and future.
The landscape itself often tells part of a community's story.
After the break, each mascot shares one habit that helps communities celebrate local history while preparing for the future. Then we'll conclude tonight's discussion and preview our next episode. Stay with us. Welcome back. Tonight we've explored how communities can celebrate local history while preparing for the future. We've talked about preserving stories, honoring traditions, historic places, innovation, and preparing future generations. Now let's close with one final question. If you could encourage every community to practice one habit that strengthens appreciation for local history while preparing for tomorrow, what would it be?
Learn one local story each year. Communities become stronger when people know the people and events that shape their hometown.
Share your community's traditions with younger generations. History stays alive when it is passed from person to person.
Use history as inspiration for new ideas. Respect the past while building a better future.
Protect historic places and records. They are gifts entrusted to future generations.
Spend time exploring the landscapes that shaped your community. The land often tells its own story.
Support local museums, historical societies, and community events. Small investments help preserve priceless memories.
Talk with older neighbors and relatives. Every conversation may preserve a story that would otherwise be lost.
Continue documenting community history and evaluating preservation efforts so future generations can learn from the past.
Communities honor yesterday not to remain there but to carry its lessons forward. Every preserved story, every restored landmark, every tradition remembered helps tomorrow begin with wisdom instead of forgetting.
What's next inside the Thunderdome?
Next time, our panel explores Episode 055, How Can Communities Encourage Youth Civic Engagement? We'll discuss leadership, service, mentorship, education, and creating meaningful opportunities for young people to help shape their communities. You've been listening to America Together Radio, simulated mascot debate Thunderdome. Today's discussion featured fictional mascot characters created to explore civic ideas through respectful conversation. The characters are fictional. Their conversations are intended to encourage historical appreciation, thoughtful progress, and stronger communities. Thank you for listening. Until next time, keep remembering, keep learning, keep building the future, and we'll see you inside the Thunderdome.
The same as they have through the years, watching seasons come.